Let me give you this clear black and white example. So there is a secured loan and an unsecured loan. A secured loan means that the whatever dollar amount I'm giving you is being secured by something collateral, maybe your car, maybe your home, some type of property or something like that. An unsecured loan is the bank just giving you money flat out, right? So I had a client come and he asked me I asked him, let me try to save you some money on your car payment. So I refinanced his car. His score came back at maybe it was almost 800. It was like 779. Beautiful credit. And then I said, well, with your credit score like this, we have a special loan that you may qualify for because your score is high enough. Well, when he went to apply, his score showed different. His score now showed 730 something. And that's because with the car, the secured loan, um, his score appeared higher because I got a vehicle. I can look at how many times you've been making your car payments on time on your credit report. That looks good. That score is going to be higher. But now when I'm talking about just trying to give the client money, just flat out money, your score is going to be lower. And even though it was still a 736, it met the score requirements, but he got denied. You know why? Because he had too much outstanding debt elsewhere. So to the bank, they're looking at, well, are you really able to handle this additional $10,000 if I give it to you? It doesn't look like it because you have money that you owe in other places, and it just ain't enough room to give it to you. So even though he had a good credit score because of his utilization, because of the money, the debt that he already had outstanding in other places, he didn't get approved for the loan. That's a denial. You have to know those type of things before you go and apply. Just because you have good credit doesn't always mean you're going to be approved. And that is why it's important to know that your score isn't everything, because his score it was 730 in one formula, and then the other formula it was almost 800. He got approved for the car because it's a car. If you don't make your car payment, guess what we're doing? We're pulling up. We're pulling up. So the bank is more comfortable giving you a loan for a car because we know that if you don't make that payment, then we're gonna repo the car. But if you default on this unsecured loan, this loan that the bank just gives you because you done bit off more than you can chew, then now we're out. We're at a complete loss. So did that answer the question?
No, it definitely more than answered the question. I mean, I definitely learn. I always learn something when I have conversations with you. I was going to ask too, as far as you were talking about the utilization, what is the proper utilization? And then something else came up for me. Like if someone were to get a loan, do they have to keep it at a certain utilization as well?
Very good question. Very good question. And then let me write down long. All right. So the utilization rule is anything under 30% looks good. So if you have a card and your limit is $1,000, you don't want to spend any more than $300. Once you spend more than that 30%, some banks say, like the bank I'm at, they say 40%. But in the credit world, 30%. Okay. Once you are over 30% and like you pushing 40% and 50%, it now looks like to lenders that you are depending on your credit, that you need this credit to survive. And it's risky. It's more riskier when you are spending over 30%, especially over 40%, right? As far as a loan, the loan one loan doesn't really have utilization because if I give you so there's a difference between there's revolving accounts and then there are loans. So a revolving account is you got $1,000 limit and you only pay on whatever you spend. That's revolving, like a credit card, right? Or a line of credit. A loan, I give you $1,000. You have a set payment, kind of like a student loan, or a car loan, or a personal loan. I give you 1,000. If I give you $1,000, you have 12 months to pay me back, at $120 a month. It's a set payment. So utilization doesn't really apply to a loan, but it applies to your revolving accounts, like your credit cards accounts. The other type of revolving loan is like a line of credit where the bank will give you $5,000 and then you put it in your account as you need it, if you need it, in case of emergency, et cetera, et cetera. I could go on forever.
So
Does
with
that
the
make
line of
sense?
credit, you need to, yeah. So with the line of credit, you should keep that down because it's
Yeah,
considered
a
a
line of
revolving
credit. Yes, a line of credit or a credit card.
credit card.
Those are the type of accounts that you want to keep under 30%. Those are the type of accounts that you have control over what you're able to spend on whatever that limit is. With a loan, whatever dollar amount you receive for that loan, 30 days max, like 60 days later, you have to start making a set payment. So with a credit card, you don't have a set payment because your balance could change at any given moment. But with a loan, you have a set payment because they break that payment up into a certain amount of time, 2 years, 3 years, like a car loan or a student loan.
Awesome. Keisha, did you have any questions?
I did. So this is another question I feel like a lot of people always ask me too, is like when you do get your LLC or your EIN number, a lot of people who are like maybe their credit is not so good, but they can start with the business credit. What is your advice on business credit?
So glad you asked. So glad you asked. I promise you, on my drive home today, I said, I want to do a post about business credit because a
Yeah.
lot of people, a lot of people see business credit isn't my ministry. I know a little some, of course, because I'm in the bank and I have business clients, but also I've been doing my own research. I've had my business for 5 years, et cetera, et cetera. So there is a way to obtain business credit without using your personal credit. But my personal thought on it is if that your personal credit is not in order, you shouldn't even be paying attention to your business credit. My personal and professional opinion is also that the easiest way, the easiest way to obtain business credit is to have good personal credit because you can walk into the bank and apply for a credit card, get approved, a business credit card, get approved. You starting to build business credit. That's easy. Credit cards are like the easiest thing to obtain in the world. Like, you know what I mean? So if your personal credit is in order and you need like a little line, a little wiggle room when you need to purchase your supplies for your business, but in order to make money for your business, you have to purchase those supplies. And then when you get paid, once you sell that merchandise and things like that, you pay it back down. You need a credit card. You need a credit card or you need a line of credit, but you can't do that without personal credit. I think that again, I just, my thoughts and what I see, you have to understand how to maintain your finances if you really want to grow. There is a way to get business credit without your personal credit, but why would you? Why would you? Why are you trying to avoid, not you, Keisha, but why are you trying to avoid taking care of your personal credit? Why are you in such of a rush to get business credit? You can do a lot of things with business credit, but are you going to maintain it properly? Because your personal credit is otherwise. You know what I mean?
So that's the thing. I think it's a trend. From what I'm seeing and observing right now, it's a trend.
Yes, it
And
is.
a lot of people who are financial, I don't know what they call themselves, honestly. Okay, I don't know what they call themselves. Uh, Financial, I don't know if they call themselves financial coaches or whatever, but they're
Business
making
coaches, they're saying that they're business coaches.
they're
Let me teach you
making
how to
money
build business credit. Yes, they are
off
killing
of
it.
people's backs, showing them how to get the business credit. But like what you just said, I feel like if you're neglecting your personal credit, if you're neglecting your home, I feel like that's like if you had a home, you own the home, it's in damage, there's a lot of stuff you need to, clean out. You need to clean out the gutter. It's some work that got to be done. But instead of doing that, you purchase a guest home and try to showcase that one and try to make money off that while the other one is
Yes,
decaying. Like,
yes.
it's I just wanted to hear your opinion on it, and I'm
I
glad
am
that.
I thank you, Keisha. I'm glad that you asked too. I told you on my way home, I promise I was thinking about that because I saw someone talking about business credit on live, and in the comment section, that's what everybody is asking, how can I obtain business credit without using my social security number? And I just I see it all the time that people are just really trying to stray away from the process. People, because it is possible, people want that route like right away. People do not respect the process. And a I am a I am a process based person. I believe in the process. I believe firmly in the process because in the process is where you learn. In the process is where you grow. That it's just real. It get real, and you learn to appreciate it more if you had to work for it versus you paying somebody $50 for an ebook that and I mean, hey, no tea, no shade. Everybody getting it out the mud how they want. Everybody, I ain't gonna say out the mud, but everybody getting how they live. You know what I'm saying? Quick, quick, quick. But you paying somebody $50 for an ebook and you can't even send them a message. You know what I mean? The only time you see them is when they pop up on live to sell it again. Different folk, different
Listen,
strokes for different
Sakia,
folks.
don't go. Listen.
Different
Can
strokes for different folks.
I tell
But
you?
that's
Go ahead. Sorry, finish. You can finish.
No, that's why I have a membership. I have a support group for my credit collection. I have a credit collection removal course where I went live, and I mean detail, detail, detail. I did value it at what it's worth, but then I cut the price in half and included a membership because this is not something that you're gonna be able to wake up and do on your own. You don't know what you're doing. You just got
Right.
up and saw me talking, and you feel like okay, the ebook cheaper, so let me just buy the ebook and try to do it, baby. Okay, go ahead, play with them people if you want to. That's why I believe in supporting my clients along the way because I was there. I tell my clients at the beginning of at the webinar, I do like a little checklist of things you was gonna need, right? I say you're gonna need prayer. Yeah,
Mm,
another few things. You're gonna need some more prayer. Okay. Cause this ain't it's not easy. It's not
yeah.
easy. It's literally like a mental process, but when you want it bad enough, you're gonna
Yeah.
be willing to go through and understand it so that you don't come back to this place. Why you gonna get your credit fixed and then go jack it up and then have to get your credit fixed in another 3 years? I ain't got time. I ain't running circles. I'm gonna teach you this thing here this one good old time. I'm gonna support you for a few months, okay? And we're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna sign on the dotted line. You're approved.
Yes.
I love that. I love that course. You're approved. I love it. It's a ring to it because it's just like it's an
Yeah,
affirmation. You're approved. You're
exactly.
approved.
Funny
It's
story.
definitely an
Let me
affirmation.
tell you a secret, Marquita and Keisha. My daughter named it. My 11-year-old daughter named it. She was like,
Yes.
"Mommy, just say you're approved because that's what people want. They want to be approved." I said, "You know what, sis? I like that.
Listen.
Keep
That's
it
good.
simple. Keep it
That's it.
simple.
I like
That's
that. I
it."
like that.
Love it.
That's so
I was going
cool.
to say too, just to piggyback on the credit, everybody's trying to run and try to get their business credit. Um,
Mhm.
we've been talking about stewardship in Bible study, and then it's crazy because Michael Todd started the series on stewardship too. So it's all been in alignment, and so it just goes back to say what you were saying. If you're not being a good steward at home, and just what Keisha was
Mhm.
saying, if you're not even cleaning up your home or cleaning out your gutters, how can you be trusted with some more? And I think that's what
Your
you're saying.
Airbnb.
Everybody's trying to
Now you
skip a
up here
step.
posting your Airbnb because you got an Airbnb, but your house look like hoarders need to come through there and
Okay.
do a few things. Okay. But I ain't gonna gossip.
But I think people are trying to skip a step. But I think the mindset, as we go back to mindset behind that, is basically I effed up this and I want to just kind of wipe that clean. And I don't think they feel worthy enough to fix it, or they don't even know that they can fix it, or
Hmm.
that it's a way, it's a process. Because I could say personally for me in my community, it's just like you're not supposed to get bad credit, and that's the end of it for you. And people have bad credit for the rest of their life after that. It's like
Yeah.
people never talk about finances, and it wasn't until I started doing my own work and meeting people like you and other people in groups where I'm like, when I think about the process, like you saying, it is going to be hard work because you didn't put yourself in this. You didn't put yourself in this in a day. You put yourself in this
Exactly.
over time.
Yes.
So you have to give
Exactly.
yourself grace with anything over time to be able to build it back up. And so I think that's the misconception, that people don't even know that it's possible and that they can recover from bad credit, and that
Exactly.
they don't have to scapegoat and go to another form of it to be able to then do the things that they want to do. And it all goes back to stewardship and mindset. So
That's
I say that all
good.
that to
That's
say,
really good.
I say all to say, how does someone get started? I think I know the answer, but I want to let you go ahead and say it.
Right.
Where should they start? Where's the baseline for this?
For credit or finances?
Finance, because I think you
Okay,
need to handle your
this is the
finance first
base.
to be able to do your credit.
2 words in either category. 2 words. 2 words. 2 words. Pay attention.
Hmm.
Pay
That
attention. At um you have to start paying attention to your money. You have to watch your bank accounts. You have to, even if we're talking about credit, you have to pull your credit reports. You have to pay attention to how you're spending. You have to have a budget. Pay attention to how you spend. Pay attention to what you make. Pay attention to what your bills are supposed to be. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Because here is the thing, once you start looking at it and really paying attention, you're going to feel it. It just hit different. I wish I could explain how, but it really creates a subconscious like trigger, like, oh, let me wait. Because the last time I did this, I ended up with 3 overdraft fees. So before I buy this, let me go and make sure I have enough money in my account, or let me make sure that I'm not overspending, or let me make sure that everything is still what it was the last time I looked at it. Because sometimes it's not even that you are overspending. Sometimes you may have some fraud on your account. Sometimes you may have things set up on auto pay, which I love, love, love auto pay. But some things you may forget that you have set up on auto pay. Maybe your Netflix bill and your Hulu bill came out at the same time or something, and you forget. I don't know. But paying attention, those are the two. Girl, let me write that down because that sounds like some content, don't it? Please hold.
Come on, content. I was going to say,
please.
while you're writing it down, I have it right here. When I started doing my budget in your journal that I have right here,
Let me get mine. Well, let me get mine.
when I started doing my budget in your journal, that exactly how I felt. I was like, I had to go through my bank account, and I was just looking online to see the different things, and just like I really broke it down to when they came out, so I can know, are they
Right.
coming out in the beginning of the month or at the end of the month.
Hmm.
So I'm not, because you, like you said, it's on auto pay. So like when that Amazon hit and my Zoom hit and all of that stuff, but like you were saying, when I finally paid attention, I was like, I'm paying like 150 in subscription stuff.
Yes, that you see, that's the thing
And I was like,
about paying
my business
attention.
has to make that back, because
Right,
baby, it's
exactly.
not adding up.
Exactly. And I
I
want
just
to I want to encourage you. Sorry, Keisha, go ahead.
go ahead. I'm listening.
I
I'm
want
learning.
to encourage you before I forget. I want to encourage you and any business owner. Once you start making money in your business and you really decide that you want to take your business to the next level, I really want to encourage you, even if you're a sole prop, to open up a separate bank account for your business finances. It's really important that you don't commingle your finances, even though you can legally if you're a sole proprietorship. It's so much easier for you to manage if you separate it. I actually have a webinar that I hosted on my website, kind of like a shameless plug, but it's really not a shameless plug. It's not anything I
Girl,
have to be
plug
ashamed
yourself.
of
This is a
because,
support her.
right,
Plug yourself.
We
right,
love you
because
so.
it's called Banking for Boss Babes. And what it is a webinar where I teach you the importance, the do's and don'ts of how to handle your banking when you're an entrepreneur, some red flags that you should be looking for. There's also some worksheets in there to help you kind of track and manage things as it relates to your business. But I really, just before I forget, I really want to encourage anyone watching to separate your personal bank account from your business bank account, because what I want you to remember is where you are now as a business owner is not where you're going to be. Don't think of yourself as a small, minute, oh, it ain't that serious. If what you want is M's in your bank account, start treating your business. There are some banks that have free business accounts. Start treating your business like you would treat it if you had that storefront. You know what I mean? So that's number one. And number two, anytime you are creating a budget and paying attention, I always encourage you to look at your bank statement, because your bank statements are going to really tell a story. Really, really tell a story. And then you'll find things just like you did, Markitta. You're going to find things that you were paying for that you didn't even realize that you were paying for. Nasia, can you get me a charger, please? My battery's definitely on 10%. I'm here.
I had to run and get my charger too, child. I was like, hold on.
Oh, that's where you went.
Yeah, I'm like, this 5% ain't going last.
It ain't gonna last. So yeah, thank you, ladies, both for purchasing the financial planner. I was just gonna leave it available on Amazon, but I am gonna bring it back to my website. It is up available now for
Yes.
pre-order. Because first of all, y'all showed the planner so much love. I just want to share this really quickly. I was speaking to another money coach and I showed her the planner, and she was like, "Oh my God, Sakia, this is so nice, etc., etc." And I was like, you know what? I really don't see it the way other people see it. She said, "Well, why not?" And I thought about it and I said, because, thank you. I said, because, can you plug it up? God bless you. Sorry. Oh, Jesus, all the way down here. I said, I think because when I originally ordered all of them, like I ordered a bulk at a time, right? And when I originally ordered them, they didn't sell the way that I wanted them to sell. But that was because of my marketing. That wasn't because the planner wasn't valuable. So now, sometimes as business owners, we run and run and run and run, and we doing so much, and we don't even get a chance to really enjoy or embrace the good work that we have done. So the way y'all react to this little planner. I say I'm gonna go ahead and bring it on back.
Listen, you got to think about it too. Sometimes, like we're given things early, and we create them if we are obedient, but like they don't manifest into the next season. And like I said in the beginning of this
That's what
podcast,
Keisha said to me.
season. You've hit your season, and so that's why it's getting the traction that it's getting, because it's your time and people want to hear it. It's the season that people are trying to do better. I think 2020 set us down and really made us reevaluate things. So definitely bring them things back, baby girl, and send them out. And I always say, you send them out fast. Keisha was laughing this week when she got her. She was like, "You were so right. She did. She did send it fast."
I said, "Is that Zakia's? Is that my planner I just bought yesterday? Is this Amazon?"
Oh, it came fast.
Yes, 2 days.
All the way from Florida to Boston fast, okay?
I said, "Oh, I must have ordered this from Amazon because, honey, 2 days."
Listen,
but
I really do appreciate both of you for just both of you, your dynamic in the conversation. For me today, I'm soaking in because I know that this is something that I've been trying to do. Even last year, I started a book club, and one of the books that we read was what was it? Dave Ramsey's I can't remember the name of the book. Total Money Makeover. Thank you. Sorry,
Total Money Makeover. Yeah, I don't read anything Dave Ramsey, so I wasn't gonna know.
Right. The book honestly told me, it let me know, like, have grace for yourself. Like, this is something that you've been doing wrong, like Markitta said, for a long time, and now put yourself in the position to seek out the help. And I feel like God has just been pouring into me. And I tell you, even just getting this from Sakia, the message from Mike Todd about stewardship, and just like, I feel like I'm being just intentional about what I'm doing with my money. And as I'm doing that, I feel like more money is coming in. I'm like, oh Lord, I didn't expect this. I'm not expecting this, because this month for me, I'm not really promoting my business like Markitta said. Like I'm just being obedient at this point. And money is finding its way. And I'm just like, God, thank you. I really want to know let me handle this, because there's going to be more, honey. I need to know what to do now. And I really feel like I'm learning. Then that's, people who are listening, like, why is Keisha not talking in this episode? Sometimes, listening is just as important as being able to speak. And for me, I'm digesting everything that you both were saying, because you guys, I'm learning. I'm still learning, and I'm still in my process. So I'm grateful for both of you guys. And this episode was really, really good. And I feel like I took away a lot.
I'm really soaking this in as well. This is really cool. I've never done anything like this. This is my first time doing a StreamYard. This is really, really cool. It's intimate, and I know that it's going to help a lot of people. So thank you, Markitta and Keisha, for the Support Her Women's Month movement, because here this is great, but even in the Instagram group and women participating, I'm just really proud of both of you. I'm really proud of both of you. Keisha, you stepping out of your shell. I remember watching you on your Instagram doing your makeup and stuff like that. I remember you helping me in my little bougie bootleg photo shoot. You jumped on live with me and helped me. So what you ladies are doing is great, and it's really selfless. Your mission to put other women on and to encourage other women is going to bless you beyond what you can even see. It's gonna bless you both beyond what you can even see. From what my understanding, this was just something y'all connected on and said, okay, let's do it. And it's turned out to be successful. So that tells me a lot that,
Here we go
God is
again,
in all of it. I can't God is in the midst of all of it. And I just know that He is going to bless your obedience. He is going to bless you. Just
Now
get
let me
in
tell you
position,
something,
get ready.
Sakia.
And before I forget, here I go. Before I forget, both of you said that you are receiving money unexpectedly, not really doing anything to promote your business. Pop quiz. What's the first thing you gonna do?
Tithe.
Hello. Oh, she got it.
My mic was muted. I said it in my head.
Right. That's all right. As long as
Give it back. Give
we
it
on the
back.
same page. That's right. That's right. Pouring into.
And it's not wow, but that was the scripture today. It was about first fruits. And so I was saying, I briefly came on because I was in transition trying to get to the airport. But anyway, I came on because I did the Bible study for myself. And I found out that, I was like, first fruit can be anything. It can be praying first in the morning. It can be spending time with God first. It can be going to Him about a decision making. Keisha does this often. I mean, I do it too, but Keisha's like, hold on, Markitta, let me pray about it first. But it's just that first fruit can be anything. And so I think we need to apply first fruit to everything, every area of our lives. And so on my application, I said, what areas am I not giving my first fruits, and how can I improve in those areas? So not just necessarily financially, that I've gotten down pat. That's like a no-brainer to me. It's just like, okay, whatever. Like that just comes naturally first thing now. So that's not where my heart is. So it's like, now I have to check, okay, what areas do I need to work on the first fruit stuff for?
I love it.
That's good. I never thought of it like that. But that is important, right? It translates, right? So I love that. That was so good. Y'all, you know what? I feel like we need to bring Sakia back definitely on the podcast, because money is something that I feel like you have to learn. You have to unlearn the bad habits. And in order to do that, you need to get around information and people with the resource and the information. Like literally, I know that because I read that book. And after that, I was like, I need to seek out this money information thing. I need to seek it like I seek everything else. And like you said, pay attention to it. So y'all heard it here.
And I feel like it's power in community. And I think that's the purpose of this, to take away the shame and the stigma that comes with finances, the shame that comes and the stigma that comes with health, the shame and the stigma of just struggle or whatever it may be that we want to keep hiding. And that was the purpose for me. It's like, I'm starting to share my story more and more because I'm tired of hiding because I felt like so alone. And I think the more we share our stories, the more women come on here, because definitely, Sakia, you have to come on here about
Okay.
another topic. Definitely.
Anxiety. I
No,
would
I
I
was
would
going to
love to.
say, no, I was going to talk about how you manifesting your new husband, but just how you transition from being a wife to now being a single mom, and then now transitioning to being another wife. We manifesting it for you, okay?
He on
We
his
in it
way. He
with
looking for my address, child. That's okay. He a little lost.
you.
You wondering? I need that journal. I heard something about a husband journal. I'm here for it.
Yes, I think I'm gonna do something with it. Some more individual ladies can buy it. Right now, I have it 2 for $14 because, like you said, I believe in community. So I have 2 for $14. You buy one for you, and you buy one for your single girlfriend. Because then the one who you going out with to the bars is like right now and hanging out with now. When you get a man, what's she gonna do? We don't want sister to be lonely. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So she need to manifest her husband
You're
too.
so thoughtful. This is why women look. That's so thoughtful.
Listen.
You two the two, y'all.
Can before we go, I would just like to, if I can, speak a little bit about the program, what's
Yes,
coming up
please
next
do.
for Speak Sakia. So
Yes.
right now I am teaching women how to remove collection accounts from their credit report. As I mentioned earlier, I did do a webinar, and when you purchase the replay, a part of that is being in the support group on Instagram. It's a private group where myself and the ladies, they ask me questions. I host a follow-up call once a month. We just had our first one this Saturday, where I do a check-in, a mental check-in. If there are some ladies who haven't really started, and I want to know what those obstacles are, how I can help them overcome those obstacles, because again, it's not a 1 2 3 thing. You don't just wake up motivated to do it. It's not something that people are excited to talk about. A lot of people are ashamed behind it. I used to be, but that's why I want to encourage people that listen, this ain't the end, so let's go get this money. Let's go get this credit. So you have access to that when you purchase the replay. Also, I do have digital products on my website that support your finances. I do have the financial planner in a digital version that has affirmation cards that are printable. They are not the same as the physical affirmation cards. They're a little smaller and there are a few more, but the ones that you get, the physical ones, they the bougie ones. Okay, those are the bougie ones.
And
Those are
we
the
got the
classy
bougie
ones.
ones.
Yes. I love those affirmation cards because you can put them in any space. Yes, commas have a permanent place in my bank account. That affirmation card is actually in a rose gold frame on my desk at work. You can these affirmation cards are multi-purposeful. You can use them anywhere. I really want to and really believe in pouring into your mind to help you get to the place that you are looking to be financially. So visit my website, www.speaksakia.com. I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Speak Sakia Irwell. Okay. Speak like
Okay.
talk underscore Sakia Irwell.
Everywhere. One last question before you go. I like to ask the ladies this: what does support look like for you?
What does support look like for me?
Yes, like how can someone support you? Like, what does that look like to you?
Okay, so I the way to support me is to share my content, because you know someone who is not speaking about what they are experiencing financially. So if you come across my content on any platform and maybe it's not something that applies to you, I need you to share that content. Push that triangle, whether you on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, just share it in your stories. Even if one person reaches out to me, or even if one person finds it beneficial, even if it's one person who um, has a question or it needs my help and I can help them in any way, then you have supported me by sharing my content.
Okay, awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you so much. We value you.
Thank
You
you for having
sharing
me.
your
This is
content. And we
great.
definitely going to have you back on because I think we're going to have to just keep continue this after the month because everybody keeps saying they
I
love this energy.
This is
So we
really
might
good.
have to do
I'm
it.
gonna I'm gonna need a course, okay? I'm gonna need a course on how to do this whole judge. Like I just need
goodness.
in on this. This is great. It's three of us up here at one time. And I
Right.
believe you can like stream live on different platforms from
Yes,
Yeah.
you
StreamYard.
can
So
take this to
yeah.
YouTube. You can take this to Facebook, all at the same time.
Yeah,
Definitely, and
that's
then
pretty
they
cool.
give you the audio and the video too. So I'm able to just take that and put it in the podcast without doing anything
Awesome.
extra.
Yeah.
Awesome,
This
awesome, awesome. Thank you, ladies,
Marky.
so much for having me, for reaching out to me, for even inviting me to be a part of this. Would you say, Keisha?
I said thank you for coming for real. I told Marquita, I'm like, I'm so excited to I cannot believe I'm like this is happening right now because I really I'm our first encounter, I was just like, yo, I need to be in the room with this girl again. Like I need to just speak to her and to be interviewing you and just to be in your space. I
She
feel
was
good.
so excited when I told her.
I
She's
was.
like, "How do you know her?
Wow.
I
How
know.
you?"
I'm like, how did this align?
What's
It's
interesting
so
to
good.
me is I didn't remember how you and Marquita, I was like, how did they start following each other? Because my cousin told me about you, Keisha, and then I met Marquita on a whole other side of
Right.
like
That's what I said.
social media. So I was like, how they know each other?
I said, how do
Because
y'all
we
know each
met in
other?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse on her birthday.
Oh, got you, got
Clubhouse.
you, got you. Okay, so listen,
Small world. This
you
is crazy.
said you listen, remember you just said that how we met, you was like, okay, you gotta be in the same room with me, and now you're interviewing me, right? Imagine how much more you could have if you put some intentions behind your thoughts, because that was a thought that you just happened to think. You know how much
Mhm.
more you could have if you put some intention in your thoughts. Got my
Girl,
attention.
I
girl.
already told her this her season of receiving anyway. I
She
told her this her season
did.
of receiving.
Marquita is like she is stretching me. She is stretching me, and
That is amazing.
I'm trying to just
I
accept.
just take her on the ride. Come on, Keisha, we do this. Come on.
I'm telling her slow down. I want to go on the kiddie rides first, and then we can go on the movie.
No.
Roller
Yeah.
coaster for
You
you,
Okay.
better put
buddy.
your hands up because we taking
Yes.
a big, 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 big,
Let me
big,
hold on. Let
big,
me hold
big,
on to
big
my
ride
wig. Let
up.
me hold on to my
Hold
wig.
on to your wig. Put your hands up. Get in position to receive. Get in position to receive because this definitely is your season if you want it to be.
Woo.
Marquita said something to me that she doesn't even know how it was impactful it was to me. She said to me, I'm gonna start. She said, Sakia, keep showing up for yourself, and I'm gonna keep showing up for myself. And I was like, you know what? Cause who else gonna show up for us? You know what I
Mm,
mean? Keep showing up for yourself. And Marquita, you have exemplified that in a way that like I said earlier, I just honor and respect it. I can appreciate it. So you inspiring me. Y'all hear me talking, be like, oh, kid, no, baby, y'all inspiring me too,
Wow.
for
No, you
sure.
see, that's what it's all about, us inspiring each other. I think sometimes it's told to be looking at somebody else, but we got all these beautiful women right here who are doing the damn thing. And I
Yeah,
said that in one of my interviews, like my everyday girls inspire me. Like the fact that I've seen like women like me who went from homelessness to now operating their businesses and like just seeing them come out of their struggle
yeah,
like that is so inspiring to me. I just love my everyday women, and I just feel like that's the importance of having this, and that you can have whatever you want. And now that's where I operate, and I'm like, nothing is off limits to me. Let me tell you, the way I be journaling, baby, I can't. Go ahead, blow my mind, God. What else? What else you want me to do? What else? What else?
yes. I
She
love
over
it.
here. She over here living this and doing this and just like, okay, Keisha, you need to be doing this too. And I'm just like, girl, hold on. I'm not done with the first thing.
You know what my motto is for 2020?
Yes.
No,
2021.
2021. First of all, 2021.
Don't
Yes.
take us back
No,
there.
right. Can't go back. No queen left behind.
Ooh,
No queen left behind.
love
I ain't
that.
leaving nobody. I ain't leaving nobody. You got an invitation to come with me. You got an invitation to sit at this table. I'm still building it. I ain't got enough room for all the people that I want to be able to sit at it. But baby, where I
Yes.
got the seats that I got, you want to sit here? Come sit here with me. No queen left behind. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me, but we're going to eat together. It's enough for all of us. It's
Woo!
enough for all of us. Nobody has to be without. Nobody has to be lack. Everyone attached to me will win if you want to. You got an
If you
invitation.
want
Come
to,
on,
that's the
baby.
key.
If
If
you
you
want to.
want to, because baby, I'm not going to drag you. If you want
Yes.
If
If you
you
want
want
to now.
to.
If you want
we
to,
all
because
have choices. Ain't that what she
I
said?
can't
We have a
hold.
choice.
That's right. It's the
Y'all make
power
me
of
hot.
choice. I can't hold your weight and hold mine. I can't carry your weight and carry mine. I'm struggling trying to get these hips around the
Woo!
corner. You understand me? I can't pull on your weight and pull mine, but you definitely have an invitation to come. You can definitely sit with me. You can definitely eat with
I'm
me.
gonna
You
leave that
can
door
definitely
open,
win with me.
but
Definitely. Come
I'm
on.
gonna leave the door open.
Won't you come?
You can come on
Won't
in.
you come?
But I can't.
Come
That's the
on in the
word.
room. All right. Well, thank you so
All right,
much.
y'all.
Share your social media handles so they can
Yes.
follow you and purchase and purchase and purchase. Go support this queen. Go buy. Go buy. Go buy.
Share everything.
Spend
Everything,
that
all of the
tax
above.
money.
Speak Sakia on everything. Speak like talk underscore Sakia. S as in Sam, AKIA on everything. www.speaksakia.com. And that's it.
Woo!
Right. Well, thank you. And we'll be back for another episode. Thanks, Nakia.
Thank
You've been
you.
amazing.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes.